We are on the online channel, and today let's talk about tarot cards. They are quite popular esoteric practice nowadays. Everyone has heard of it, many have tried it. So let's dig into what tarot cards mean and how you can combine tarot practice with the developing superpower that you can obtain if you start training at the online academy for coaching and developing superpowers. Personally, I have a really good attitude toward this tarot card. At a certain level of evolution, they are very useful and right because the tarot card is a symbol of a natural element that exists in our physical world. We live in a space that's not only physical, it's also ethic, astral, mental. So, tarot cards are symbol of various dimensions and planes. But I want to tell you that most often tarot cards will read a person's astral plane, who comes asking their questions. Like when a girl comes and asks a tarot reader what he thinks of me. Does he love me or not? How can I make him love me more? Then, with a higher probability, this is the uniqueness of tarot cards. They will tell you about feelings, about the state of the astral body, of the person you're asking about. Why are they like this? Because it's a quicker and easier. The cards are symbol of matter, affect our physical life quicker, and it's mainly the quantum level that the astral plane, not even the person thoughts. The person may be thinking about something good, right, but inside he might have doubts or anxiety or mistrust. Maybe he thinks about how good it would be to build a relationship with you. Yes, but the astral will reveal that he, for example, has doubts or he is cheating you. That is, he wants one thing, thinks another, and feels a third thing. So this is a very common situation that happens in real life with real people. Tarot cards indeed read a person's astral plane faster. This is the peculiarity that very rarely when astrologers admit it, but you should know about it. Yes, so when you go getting a tarot spread, you should know that most likely they will say the cards will show the matter, those feelings and those experiences that are already within the person. They dominate in a certain way. Yes, meaning loves does not love, will hold close, will cast away. So, about whether he will cast you away or not, yes, tarot cards will tell likely the current situation or reveal just your expectations if you sit there like, yes, he loves me, he is my twin flame. We are made for each other. With this powerful astral, you will make the cards tell what you want. So if you have gone to tarot reader, I also visited a couple of times. There was a great friend, a tarot reader, and I have always noticed this is very interesting phenomenon. When you really want something or want to get an expected answer, the cards will probably just listen to your astral, your feeling, your mood, and will give you the desired result. You know, in this case, yes, if you are that you are loved, if you're sure that you will be together, you will act based on this scenario, and maybe things will turn out good. Indeed, but if you start doubting and the cards tell you the opposite, you thought that everything is going to be well, but the tarot cards read that it's reality. You're not the only one. He has a wife or he has a consumerist attitude towards you. You, on the contrary, might give up too soon. Stop making effort, courting, and so on. So watch out. Tarot has a strong effect of this kind. And so on. Look, tarot has this powerful placebo effect, yeah. Like an inspiring, hopeful effect, the hope that something gonna happen. So, tarot is a kind of psychological support, which is cool, sometimes help, but most of the time we end up being disappointed in tarot readers because they told us one thing and after a while everything turns differently. Now, let's not blame our tarot readers or tarot card. They have nothing to do with it. The thing is that a person could be in a state today. Yeah, like he loved you yesterday, but then his wife or ex calls him up the next day and his feelings are all knitting again with memories or whatever. Then you called him with your love and his priorities were somewhere else, like plans or works issue, and he snaps at you on the phone saying something like, "Leave me alone, I don't have time for you right now." And you're like, "What? But the cards told me he loved me." You see? Then you start ruining the relationship because the cards only show the astral state at the specific moment. Now, if we look at the tarot cards for the future, it's a future based on what's currently happening with the person. When we look at the person's karmic path in our school of supernatural development, we get to see the expected future that will happen if we don't change anything you see now. So it's like you are rolling on this track down the karmic path. By the way, the term karmic path is my invention. If you use it, please credit it to online academy. Some dictators have already started using it, but they don't really get what it's about. Because the karmic path is the direction that karma takes. It's based on the initial data and internal of external pressures. You see, it shows the expected events that a person will go through if nothing changes. That's why the tarot card in the hands of a good tarot master can tell you, yeah, if nothing happens, if nothing changes, if the person doesn't have some sort of realization, if you don't get up on the wrong foot tomorrow, then there is a chance that your person in like a month or 6 months will propose. You know, marriage and stuff, and you will live happily ever after. You get me? Or the opposite could happen. They could leave you, or maybe they stumble along some trouble, or they will be dealing with work problems. It's like the tarot cards respond to astral processes, and karma is always prepared for us in the astral, in the form of people, events, circumstances which are bound to storm over a person at a certain time. And the question is how the person will react to them. But we are inert creators, usually reacting out of a habit. So with a high probability, it's mostly likely that the certain events will take place. You will see. There is another problem with the tarot card. After the tarot reader likes you and wants to please you and want you to keep coming back, so they incorporate their personal, energetic, emotional factor, their sympathy for you, or if it's a man, it's same. It's astral. You get in. They are using their astral or his astral to help the cards pass things across, because the cards always read the astral, understand not reality, not the cosmic plan, not God, but what's happening in the astral. So you might be a favorite of your tarot reader and they might want to help you. And these cards can pick up on that extra energetic load that comes from the side. They want to give you good results, so if you're going to see a tarot reader, find one who is a detected surgeon type. We doesn't care what the cards show, because the good tarot reader is just a conduit between the information coming from the spiritual world and your situation. So find the good tarot reader who is not interested in pleasing you, but you will still pay them. And if they are really detected, if they are not emotionally or personally involved, or trying to please you, then the tarot cards can actually be a really good tool in their hands. I will never meet anyone like that. So if you are looking to find a good one, if you are keen on getting a great tarot reader or want to become by yourself, the first thing you need to learn is the particular feeling of detachment. It's all about switching off your astral plane, your thoughts and your expectations. By becoming unbased, you can then become a super cool maester who can predict the truth and unfold the future phenomena. In other words, you throw a question at the cards like a natural operation and the tarot begins to churn out this answer. The art lies in the interpretation. Next, listen carefully to tarot cards. They are expressions of energies existing in the astral plane. Let's call by their names. Some folks say they are spiritual or divine energies. But no, what we have got here is a huge astral plane surrounding us. All matter, feeling, events, even thoughts we think about originate from it. It's a vast impact in constantly, and the tarot card genuine reads these 78 type of energies that exist in the astral plane. Of these, 22 are strong or major arcane energies. The rest are minor energies or trends that act as sort of additives to the main energies. They are subtitles or shades. For instance, there are 7 layers of reality in the astral plane, varying by the density and rigidity of experiences, which is why the 78 cards reflect this. Diverse reality with different shades of emotional, tangible, cognitive, emotional experience and states of matter. Remember, tarot cards were originally designated from magic by who? Pardon, by my French, didn't work with the divine forces or angels, but with demons. The 14th century was the peak of occultism, when the goal was to bring forth various energy forces. These symbols were created to depict these demons. Let's call them by their names. But every energy or demon has its light and dark side, which is why tarot cards have upright and reversed meaning. And upside down cards point to the dark side of the energy taking control, and upright card signifies the prominence of the energy bright side. In some reading, only upright card meanings apply, as if we are ignoring the existing of the dark aspects of matter and dark forces in general. Again, don't freak out. Simply remember that each energy has a light and dark side to it. It's like having an electric stove. You can cook porridge on it, but you can also burn yourself with it. The same principle applies to energies in the astral plane as well. The dark side can flip a person's mood, triggering nasty feeling. A person who turned their back on you, leaving you in shock and thinking, what on earth just happened? The same energy might have a positive effect on the person and a negative one on other. That is why you see interpreting and sensing the astral plane in the true art. It involves sensing emotion, thoughts, people states of being. Again, the face, the thoughts in the heart often when it comes to tarot cards. Swords symbolize certain type of thoughts, but bear in mind, astral plane reflects thoughts only on certain aspect, and it's symbolized by the suit of swords and some major arcane card. Thinking doesn't mean you set goal. Develop ideas, it means you think about something. You form an opinion, an attitude, something that describes all emotional states. Yes, so the tarot includes type of thought, understood as attitudes represented by swords. I hope I have made the concept clear, because in essence, let's revise where all this started in the 14th century, the rise of occultism and emergence of trees disturbing what demons looks like. This needed to be symbolized and depicted, creating pictures that can still be found today, showing various dark forces, grimoires, and so on. Consequently, the symbolic form we have has persisted. If we were to be blunt, these images and these demons have existed and continue to do so. The key is to remember where it all began, and that's why occultism and its depictions of demons. Images were combined with playing cards that existed in Italy. They were called tarot, and the French word for tarot came about later. So it turns out there was a kind of mixing of images from magic with playing cards that were used in Europe at the time. If you look at it seriously, the interpretation used by the current tarot readers are not the same as those from the 14th century. They are not the same symbols that occultists used because for them each symbol possessed a great energy which they called upon to perform certain magical action and get results. For us now it's entertainment, and we related to these same energies in a different way. Not as strictly for us, for many people they mean some positive bright forces. We prefer not to think about the dark side. The interpretation found in today's tarot card didn't show up until the 1970s. That's just a short while ago. So when someone tells you that tarot is an ancient science, that granaries were telling fortunes with tarot back in the 15th century, sorry, but it's not true. They would have burned that granny at the stake. It was a truly dangerous art. Studying dark forces is like walking on the broken glass. The pioneers had to try it lightly, getting to know these energies, finding ways to illustrate and identify them. This is how energy symbols came about and later pictures. The images we see now in tarot cards are not exact representation of the original symbols from the 14th century, but as a symbol that portrays different energies that exist on the astral level things. People can feel shades of emotions, relationships, impressions, and shades of a person's life trends. It's a pretty good tool, but as a tarot reader, try not to have any expectations when you pick up those cards. Otherwise, the cards will only tell you what you want to hear. They all aim to please. They will just read your energy, and then you will say, "How can this be? I was supposed to get a different result." And then you will be upset. So keep your emotion in check when dealing with the cards. Or better yet, come to my online academy, learn to tell fortunes without cards. You simply see the person, learn to read their thoughts, see their future, their karma without needing any tools. You won't have to make a deals cards or wrapping them in specific bags, lighting the right candles, performing a bunch of rituals to calm yourself and avoid having expectations. There is an interesting point here. What if I could tell you how to see and hear, read thoughts, feeling, and the future? Then, when you use a deck of cards, you will understand the meaning of the card in an all new way, because the card become an active tool for you. You are not a little person being controlled by a big card. You know the meaning, and the card is merely a supplement for you, the subject. This is a completely different class of fortune telling because they have created who then use the tarot deck, see the essence of things, and for them the card becomes an external attribute for deeper classification. This, I believe, is expert level. After our academy, you can use tarot card as a symbolic tool to say, "I'm a tarot reader." But in reality, you are a trainer, clairvoyant, a healer, a true seer. So, not scaring people, you simply say you are a tarot reader. It's all good. They know tarot, it's cool, so they are comfortable with it. They trust you, right? I mean, they come to you like you are a tarot reader and you tell them everything, like a tarot reader would. But for you, tarot cards are just a tool, something that helps you to distract the client. Make them think that you are actually going to predict something for them from the cards. So it's a great way to develop, let's call it, yourself and understand the variety of astral plane you know, like how the astral plane feeling, emotions and experiences and even people energy states affect a person's life. So, tarot cards are a good tool for studying both the dark and light forces that exist in the astral plane. But if you are getting into this world, you need to allow yourself to know the dark side of energies and this light side of energies. Not just be, I'm only for the light, there is no dark for me. It does exist, because truly, if you look our physical world, we are certainly not living in a perfect world, okay? Why? Because our physical reality is formed by the astral plane itself. Just in our human astral plane, there are a lot of dark emotional matters that we have created over thousands and millions of years. So if you have a clear scientific approach, you can perfectly use these cards as the symbols of the existing subtle reality. That's it. I have said everything, so I hope that you have developed a good and correct attitude towards tarot cards. Don't demonize any of the tools, and the tarot card is just one of the tools that can help you to develop your feeling, understanding, knowledge. Because behind each card, there are a whole world, a whole energy, a whole reality. And there are so many different possibilities how to apply it. Well, I guess I need to run my own tarot card reading course, because now I understand that it's time to teach our students online how to feel and see these energies that are actually behind the card. So if you want to learn some cool talents and being able to see things without the help of external tools, come and join us at the Academy of Super Consciousness Development, Super Consciousness Coaching. For starters, you can have a free consultation, follow our online channel, like it, and I'm looking forward to see you in our future broadcast. I hope this was useful for you guys. You are doing great. Everything gonna be well for you. Bye.